SML is one of my favorite YouTube channels, with its ambitious video making, hilarious unforgettable characters and clever witty humor. Now we all know by this point that SML is a titan of YouTube and has a large fan base, and when you get a fan base, there are going to be a group of people that have strong feelings about a character, positive or negative. There are those that love Jeffy Jr. and Marvin, but then are those that hate those characters, but most of the time the opinion on the characters is pretty unanimous. I haven't met a single person that likes Rose, or a single person that likes Penelope, or a single person that hates Jackie Chu, Chef PPO or Cody, but there is one character that is the most vile, stupid, abominable piece of shit that deserves all the hate but instead gets all the love. And WHO is this creature? Brooklyn Guy. I know you were expecting me to talk about Goodman, and while he is an awful piece of shit, he's an entertaining piece of shit, whether it's in episodes like Good Man's Life or Jeffrey's Car Wash, or in my personal favorite Richard Gets a Job. He's just way too funny and entertaining to fully hate. I do still hate Goodman partly because he's an annoyance in the SML universe, often suing people. WHO got a lot of money to get IT, being a good commentary on how the government takes away our money, but also because he's a jerk a lot of the time and does some pretty awful things like trying to get Marvin to cut off his butler's balls or treating his secretary like crap as well as his maid. But he's so entertaining that it's hard not to find him a little amusing. Brooklyn Guy, however, doesn't have the luxury of being entertaining enough to keep him from being awful. But let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about how Brooklyn Guy is the absolute worst overrated SML character of all time. Before we talk about how truly atrocious Brooklyn T. Guy is, I just want to say I'm not directing the hate towards Pooby. From what I understand, he is a very nice person. WHO doesn't have any bad history whatsoever and just seems like a pretty cool guy. Just because I hate one of his characters does not mean I hate him, and it's very commendable and respectable that he's stuck with Logan and SML for all these years when he is overqualified. Alright, with that being said, let's get the ball rolling. Now, one of the things that I cannot stand about Brooklyn Guy is his immaturity and stupidity. Most of the time he never knows what he's doing and always messes up the situation even worse than IT already was. One instance in the squeaky door episode, he puts peanut butter on the door thinking that IT will work when clearly IT made IT worse. Oh, SpaghettiOs, he pours Coca-Cola on the carpet thinking IT will get the stain out when clearly IT made IT worse. And then he just runs away like nothing happened. In Brooklyn Guy, the babysitter, he guilt trips to letting him stay the night and do shit like chew on their pillows and run around naked, and also in The Broken Crown he literally eats a bowl of fucking glue. But Brooklyn Guy's most stupid and most immature moments are when he tells his stories, and this is one of the most criticized things in SML, the dreaded animated segments by Nintendo. Forget about the animation quality for a second. Brooklyn Guy AT some of the worst possible times. Sometimes, when he's supposed to be saving someone, thinks it's an appropriate time to tell a fucking story. A lot of the time is just a recap of a Pixar movie when he should be fucking doing his job, and a lot of the time IT goes on and on and on. Now, if he was just a brain-dead ridiculous character like Patrick Star, I wouldn't hate him. I would certainly be annoyed by him, but I wouldn't hate him. But him being stupid is not the worst of his flaws. Oh no, IT gets fucking worse. The worst thing about Brooklyn Guy is he is a selfish, uncaring, heartless asshole. Like going back to the animated segments, in one moment when he was recapping Finding Nemo, he was supposed to be saving Marvin's life as he had been stung by a venomous jellyfish. Wow, what a guy. He accuses Marvin of not caring about him when fakely put a hose of WD-40 up to his mouth and got upset Marvin didn't try to stop him when Marvin is literally going to die, and you think it's a fucking appropriate time to tell a story rather than saving your supposed best friend's life. And even if he didn't know IT was venomous, he should have focused on saving Marvin instead of wasting time. Then there are moments like when he tried to kill his wife because she shredded a lottery ticket and only changed his mind when she turned beautiful, or the time when he got so destroyed by Jimmy Butler losing a game that he tried to burn his fucking jersey not caring about the people inside, or when Junior and Cody were stuck in the pool with no way to get out, and instead of trying to call somebody he decided to just call IT a day and watch TV. Even admitting that he doesn't give a shit about them. And possibly the worst and most unforgivable moment in all of Brooklyn Guy's moments, when he hears that his fucking daughter is kidnapped, he does not give one pint of a shit. Instead, he thinks his game and his beloved Jimmy Butler is more important than his daughter's life. And this is the moment where I lost all hope for this guy, where he truly sealed his place as the worst piece of shit to ever be featured in SML, when your wife has to tell you to get off your lazy ass and go save your daughter. take your remote and the only time you do care is when you can't watch your fucking basketball game, you know you're a bad father. A lot of times I can see where are coming from when they hate or love something, but I cannot understand WHSD people see in this shithead, and I certainly can't understand why people hate Karen and Penelope. At least Karen tries to be a good mom and wife to Brooklyn, and at least she gave a shit about her fucking daughter when she got kidnapped. And Penelope may be annoying 80 times and isn't the best character on SML, but she's just a kid, and kids are like that at that age, and at least she cared about people when they were in trouble. So why do you like Brooklyn guy? I don't know, because he's funny. He certainly has his funny moments, but most of the time, his comedy misses hard. I laugh more at Tyrone than I do Brooklyn guy. I know comedy is subjective, and if you find him funny, that's fine. I just never found him funny. While Goodman might be worse than Brooklyn guy, again, he too is a shitty asshole. WHO doesn't care anybody but himself, but when Goodman is clearly written as an antagonist and is supposed to be unlikable, Brooklyn guy's one of the main characters, someone we were supposed to root for. Like I said earlier, Goodman is a hateable jerk, but he's also very entertaining and hilarious and always improves the quality and humor of an SML video. Brooklyn guy does not, and that's why in my opinion, he's terrible. But why is this? Why is Brooklyn guy so atrociously awful? I don't blame Poopy for the character being so bad. I think it's because of the way he's written. I'm talking about our infamous friend Super Marvin Logan himself, and yes, I said IT like that cause I don't want Nintendo up my ass. Everyone has already talked about his inability to write good female characters, but he isn't very good at writing male characters either. Almost all of his are the same heartless, cruel, despicable characters with a few exceptions like Marvin or Karen. Now I'm NLT saying that his characters are bad. Like I said, all of these characters with a few exceptions have a lot of charm and wit. But if we were being honest, they were not the strongest characters either. They're kinda like the Mark Hamills to the Hayden Christensen. At best they were one-note caricatures with a lot of likability and charm, and at worst they were Brooklyn guy. All that I'm saying, Logan isn't the strongest writer, and I think if they really wanted to improve the show, they should allow themselves to write the characters instead of just Logan. I'm not trying to trash Logan, but I think that the show would be a lot better for IT. Fuck. They could probably redeem Brooklyn guy and not make him so much of a hateable dick. Just saying. Anyways guys, what do you think of Brooklyn guy? Do you like or hate him like me? And what did you think of my points? Let me down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.